There's a new comp in the meta that you absolutely need to try. Let's dive into some gameplay to break it down, and it's all thanks to the new items. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are breaking down the new Kog'Maw reroll build. This is the 3 Kraken Fury version. There's another version out there with Deathblade, Gunblade, and 1 Kraken's Fury, but I decided to give it a quick go with the triple Kraken's Fury just to see how it felt, see if it needed some more power or if it was overpowered. Keep in mind here, this is my first gameplay on the new patch. So first game on 14.5, I know this build was running rampant in the beta. A lot of challenger players on Twitter or X were posting about it even before the patch dropped. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to review this gameplay. We're going to see how it goes. Full transparency, I'm a hyper roll player. I specialize in hyper roll. I'm top 50 NA in this set here currently. Have been top 50 NA in previous sets. So ranked is a bit of a new kind of adventure for myself. Bridging the gap between the two of hyper roll and ranked. I play a lot of double up with one of my buddies. We peaked high diamond, just missed masters, hoping to hit masters or challenger again either this set or the following set. But until then, what these gameplays are going to showcase is more of a lower elo gameplay kind of testing ground for these builds. We'll go over all the top builds or all the up and coming meta builds in this series to see how they fare in that gold, platinum, diamond, emerald elo. As we know, with challenger lobbies, a lot of people don't like to contest one another, so we can actually see firsthand in this game even as well how good these builds go up against others when they're heavily contested. So in this actual gameplay, I think there is another player who contests the Kog'Maw build, so you get to kind of see where we both place, how it does when it's in contention, rather than you just having the free go at it. So we started by taking Starry Nights, obvious choice for a reroll build. I wanted to make sure I got this build, force this build from the get-go, so Starry Nights was the best way to do that. You can take other augments. I know TFT Academy here has a lot of recommendations in terms of econ. There's a few here that I can have a look at. One for All is a good augment you can play with. Clockwork Accelerator, there's Pandora's Bench, and then Build-A-Bud. If you get lucky with Build-A-Bud and actually get somebody in that build to 3-star one of the 1 costs, then you're smooth sailing. My overall strategy here is to lose streak, even though I know I won a couple here, or won 1 so far in this this first part of the game, is you want to lose streak and hit 50 gold as soon as possible. This game specifically, I believe it was Crab Rave, so it's a high tempo, fast tempo game. Typically, these 1 cost reroll builds you'd want to shy away from with these high tempo games, as you can fall behind really fast if you don't hit. But like I said, I want to try this build out right from the get-go, the beginning of 14.5 with my first build. So no matter what that portal was, I was giving this a try. So as you can see here, by taking Starry Nights, I already have a good start to the game, a good flow. I have 2 Kraken's Fury, so I figured I'd go for the 3, and that's where it would take us. And early game, as you can see, as predicted, I lost 4 out of the 5. Not an ideal scenario. Of course, you want to win the 5 out of, or excuse me, you want to lose the 5 out of 5 to maximize that gold. But with Crab Rave, it is a little bit forgiving, but at the same time detrimental because of the high tempo and how quickly everybody's going to be going fast 8, fast 9. So my goal here was to make sure I got Kog'Maw 3-star as soon as possible. Starry Nights obviously helps with that. Spamming my items was key with this high tempo gameplay, as you want to maximize essentially your health and save as much health amongst these losses as you can. So there we go with the Vi purchases. This build specifically, you want to make sure you can 3-star Vi as well as Silas. In this game, you're going to see here, I'm able to 3-star more than just my Vi and Silas, but that's obviously because of Starry Nights and the Crab Rave portal. So the next augment ended up being Prismatic. It took Belt Overflow, as the other options weren't really the best, in my opinion. This gave us the tanky frontline that we need to sustain that Kog'Maw to ramp up with the new item and allow them to maximize their damage. You're going to see as we go through this gameplay that I chose the 2 Rapidfire 6 Vanguard version of this build. You'll see late game, it does taper off a little bit. It's really hard to go up against some of the high tempo builds. That may just be because of the portal, but it also could be because the 2 Rapidfire just didn't have enough damage output with 1 carry on the back line. So bear that in mind if you're giving this build a try. We hit Kog'Maw at 3-3, which is exceptional. You usually want to hit your 1 cost before Wolves if you can, and then power level if that's the route you're going to go in terms of getting that 6 Vanguard in there. Of course, we want 3-star Vi here as well, because the Sterix item that released with patch 14.5 is supposedly overpowered. So we want to slam a couple on her and see how that damage goes in terms of the Sterix and the survivability. So we're going to sit here at level 5 and we're going to roll down until we hit that 3-star Vi. And then from there we can progress and level for our Vanguards. As I was saying earlier, the other aspect or other avenue you can take is that 4 Rapidfire. You can throw in a Zeri, you can throw in a Draven in your backline and just have 4 Vanguards. Make sure your Vanguards are beefy up front if you do choose to go the 4 Vanguard route, as if people shred through your front line, there's no time for your backline to ramp up. As you can see here with the zoom in on my video, you know I got to get some thumbnails from my short content. If you haven't seen my short content, go check it out. I do quick 30-second, minute-long videos, breakdown of the meta builds. This is my first time trying the long-form content. Let me know how I'm doing in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see differently. Should I have some stats in the corner? You let me know. We'll progress from there. But thanks for sticking around and watching this video. Hope you got a cup of coffee in the morning or maybe a drink at night and kicking back and enjoying some TFT content when you're not playing it, of course. So as you can see, we have the 3 Kraken's Fury on Kog'Maw. It's really solid in this early game. If you hit early, as you can see, we're on a 4 win streak here. Just hit our 3-star Vi and we got money to spare. Now, Kindred is a great second Rapidfire option. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't 3-star him, you want to forget about him, level instead, and get a Draven in there. A 2-star Draven is way better than a 2-star Kindred, but a 3-star Kindred isn't bad either if you're rolling anyway and you hit. In this case, we hit, so I didn't even think about the Draven. I stuck with the Kindred and figured we go from there. So at this point, we are on a 4 win streak, doing pretty good. We're facing up against the build that we're doing. So as you can see, their version is the other version. It has the Death Blade, the Rage Blade, and then Kraken's Fury. We ate through that person's front line and got to that Kog'Maw before he could ramp up. So again, you could go either of the 2. You could do the 3 Kraken's Fury, you could do the Death Blade, Rage Blade approach. Both work and both are good. But we'll keep an eye on that guy to see how they did in terms of contesting us and where they ended up. I won't spoil the result of our end game here, as that's something maybe we're looking forward to see where I end up. Do we get a 1st? Do we get a 4th? Do we get an 8th? Gotta stay tuned to find out. So now we're on that 5 win streak. We got a lot of items going on our left side, but we don't need to spam it yet because we have a lot of AP components with a very AD heavy build. So I figured I'd hang on to that just to see what we can scrounge up from the Raptors portion of the game. We did 3-star our Skarner. So the 3-star of the Skarner was huge as it provided a lot of survivability, allowing that Kog'Maw to get online every single round. Here we're facing an Anima Squad build. Anima Squad is also S tier in this comp. I personally haven't gotten it online yet with my attempts in Hyper Roll. It may just be a little bit too slow paced for Hyper Roll in those vertical situations, as it truly comes online with the Aurora and the Xayah and the Leona with 3 items each. And it does depend heavily on your augments. So whatever augments you decide to choose with Anima Squad, I find that build is very augment dependent. If you end up getting that Anima Squad augment, I don't know the name off the top of my head, that's a bonus as well. I was 3-way contested earlier in a Hyper Roll with Anima Squad, finished 7th or 6th. And the 2 other Anima Squad players were top 4. So if you want to try Anima Squad out this patch in 14.5, it is extremely solid, at least in Hyper Roll. So give it a try in ranked and let me know how it goes. but a lot of guides out there are outlining Anima Squad as S tier. So this Kog'Maw build I found on day 1. This is getting filmed day 1 of the patch, 14.5. A lot of guides don't have this Kog'Maw build as high up as I feel it should be, as if it is uncontested or if you have a direct route to it, you can get online quick and start winning those early rounds. And in these non-high tempo games, so the non-crab rave games, you'll be able to get online quicker and start that win streak quicker. So what you want to do essentially with this Kog'Maw build is ensure you have that front line ready to go. Positioning is key as well. Here, I felt as if we should be winning more rounds, so I decided to switch up the positioning, give it a new look, have the Skarner the same side as my carry to allow for that extra survivability time. Our items are still not looking the best, but we have to do with them as we will. So I believe I focus on tank items here for the most part, plus 1 Rage Blade for the Kindred. We do hit this 3-star Rost, which is exceptional. We already have 5 3-stars. We're looking at a 6th on the board, so that really sustained us. And definitely building that Protector's Vow to throw on Rost for the time being. We're back in the win column here after a solid performance from Kog'Maw. And now we are level 8. I figured with this build, 6 Vanguard, we'd peak level 8. I didn't even think about going level 9 as we had everybody 3-starred. I assumed 6 3-stars were enough to push us to 1st, 2nd, maybe 3rd. Again, don't want to spoil the result, but we'll see where it goes. Kog'Maw getting online with 90 stacks, close to 100 stacks on the Kraken's Fury, and wasn't enough to beat the Aphelios. So again, late game, it did feel significantly weaker in my opinion than it should have with the 6 Vanguard frontline. Maybe the items were to blame. The 3 Kraken online, the 3 Kraken items late game didn't come online as much as I thought. So I did try switching it up. I tried putting the Rage Blade on the Kog'Maw in addition to the 2 Kraken's Fury. It did work well here against that Anima Squad player. Ended up securing a 4th place. But regardless, this was not enough to get anything higher than just points for the day for this build. So even though we hit at 3-3, we still weren't able to get anything higher than a 4th. So this build I find here is okay. It can get you points as we see here. I didn't have a lot of combat augments. I had item augments, so 2 item augments and then a Starry Night Econ augment. Got 6 3-stars on the board, 6 Vanguard, 2 Boombot, 2 Rapidfire, and we still only managed to squeeze out a 4th. So with that being said, take that information as you will. If you find yourself in a spot to play the Kog'Maw Kraken Fury build, give it a try. As if you have a good line for it, go for it. As this was a high tempo lobby, so in a lower tempo lobby, it allows you more time and it's more forgiving for you to roll for those 3-stars. Give it a go, see how it feels. If you hit a 2-star Zeri without trying, give the 4 Rapidfire, 4 Vanguard line a try. Focus those tank items. If you can slam Asterix on the Vi, that is key as well. Asterix is an OP item. And other than that, it's a decent build. It did end up winning late game here, even though we are in 4th place. And we end up getting 4th place. Hate to break it to you, 5 health versus everybody else. With 57 health, 38, 32. It was only a matter of time for someone to knock us out. But regardless, TFT Academy has this build listed as C tier currently on day 1 of the patch. I think that's thought I lost earlier in the video. We'll probably see that go up as a lot more people give it a try and get the delta and the average placement up for the builds. But what I would recommend is if you do have the line, go for it. Try the 4 Rapidfire, 4 Vanguard. It might prove some more success than this did. However, top 4 is top 4. When you finish top 4, it's always a plus. I hope you enjoyed my little rant gameplay video. I'll be back with some more up-to-date builds and see you soon. Have a good one.